go home, be free, but and he's being transported. He's being held at Pahrump at CCA, and so he's just to come to court and back is 10 hours of transport. And when they transport you, they have you in leg irons, they have your belly chain, you have your hands cuffed to the belly chain, and then they put a black box in between the cuffs so you can't even move your wrist. And he's being transported that way from about 3 in the morning till court starts, and then after he has to go back and do the same thing. So I did it for 2 months, a little over 2 months back and forth from Pahrump, and it's difficult to do, but he's strong.
Is this all worth it?
Absolutely is it worth it. It's easy for me to say that now that I'm out, but I mean, for what we're fighting for is to maintain these principles of freedom that have built up this country. That the whole reason why we have our freedom in the first place. That's what we're defending. We're not defending whether we get to eat the grass on public land. That's part of it, but we're defending the rights and the liberties of the people, and not of just this country, but of all countries that are influenced by the United States, or that have used the United States as an example. That's what we're standing for, and that's what this truly means, and that's why it's a big deal.
You feel like that was a setup from the start? Looks like a lot of things line up to where they're just trying to take the land and move people off the public domain, and there's a question of what's owned, that the grass and the water, and it's separate, like a miner would own the minerals in the ground.
Yeah, well, I mean, you've heard me say this before. I haven't said it in front of the cameras for a long time, but all wealth comes from the earth. All wealth derives from the earth, from the land and the resources. I mean, the clothes that we wear, the food that we eat, the buildings we build, the cars we drive, the phones, the cameras, all of that came from the earth. And if you can control what comes out of the earth, you can control everything and control the people. They understand this. They have literally become modern day conquerors and removing the people who have rights to the land off so that they can claim it for themselves. There's a natural law that if you want to maintain your rights, or if you want to take them from somebody else, that you have to claim them for yourself, you have to use them for yourself and beneficially use them, and you have to defend them. And they have done that to us. And the only way that for us to get our rights and maintain our rights and to get them back is to do the same thing. We have to claim them, we have to use them, and we have to defend them. And my family has been claiming and using those rights for 141 years on January 7th. On January 7th, my family has claimed those rights for 141 years. And we now, and we have been for many, many years, defending them. And we're going to continue to defend them. And right now, those cattle are out on the range that are our rights to be out there. They're out there using them, and we will continue to do that. We'll continue to claim them, use them, and defend them.
So how come the sheriff didn't stand up for you?
I don't really have a huge problem with the sheriff's department here. They eventually did what was right.
They said they found no crime.
Well, they eventually...
Sheriff Joe Lombardo
But
now.
if you go to the videos, you'll see we came to the fence, we peacefully assembled, and then what did the sheriff do? The sheriff took over. He applied his authority that the people gave him. He demanded that the BLM leave, and then he escorted us into their compound, escorted us while we retrieved the animals and brought them back to the ranch. And that's a beautiful example of the power that a sheriff has to defend the people's rights. But I will say this, the sheriff, if the people aren't willing to defend their own rights, how can you ask the sheriff to defend them? And I'll end with that. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
My baby conceived it. And got the message. He's got to have the message. And I'll give him your message.
There you go.
Ammon. Thank you. And I'll give him the message Ammon gave me. Bye-bye, Corey. he'll want to know, did you see the picture?
Let me find that out.
All right, cool. So you're going to be doing a live feed here in a little bit, John?
Yep, fixing to here in just a few minutes. I'm going to let it cool down a little bit down here.
All right, so you guys want the scoop from John? He'll be doing a live feed here in a little bit. And I'm going to wrap it up.
Oh, they just do this to spin us off.
I'm going to shut this off real quick.
All right, people, later.